campus. Young people are going hard from campus. Come on, take me back one. Campus connection, yeah, and that's a one.
Wagwan, wagwan. Woot, 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 woot. It is Campus Connection time. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Happy New Year to everyone who is listening, to those who are watching. Welcome to Campus Connection. I am Anesta Samuels, and I am joined by my co-host.
Yes. Jonathan is in the house. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. You know, listen, something that I find very interesting. You can't see a Jamaican for the first time for the New Year and not say Happy New Year.
Yeah,
it's borderline disrespectful. Like, you have to make sure.
Wait, that's not an international thing?
Well, I'm not sure, but I know for Jamaicans, definitely, that's something that, I don't know. And I have to keep reminding myself, oh, you're just talking to this person, even though you talk to them literally December 31st in 2025.
Right.
You have to say Happy New Year. Mm-hmm. So Happy New Year to all.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. We are really looking forward to an amazing 2026. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on a strange saying it, but yeah, we're in 2026.
Yeah. Did you do that thing where when you were heading up your book in school?
And it's a new year.
Right. Yes. 2025 instead of 2026.
But it's definitely 2026. It's a new year, but you know, we have our same sponsor that we have to big up. Always super grateful for Live Good Anti-Violence campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Let's pause for our cause and take a word from our sponsors.
See how my face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired.
I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
I have no birth paper nor no ID. Them have all of my documents then. Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. Report suspected cases of human trafficking. Call the nearest police station, 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Okay, where are the campus eyes? Students are strapped up in a price.
All right, so we are back with Campus Connection. And guys, it is a new year. And that means we have a fresh outlook. I believe that's the title of today's episode, a fresh outlook. And you know, while some people are rejoicing, they're excited about everything that this new year has to offer, for some people it's a little bit more heavy. Some people have anxieties, concerns, fears, and there's just so much to be explored when we think about going into another year. And on Campus Connection, this is that space where we get to really just have a conversation about it. See how our campus sites are dealing with the new year and the realities that come with the new year, you know, and maybe we can all pull from some lessons that are being learned along the way. You know, I remember much of what we went through last year, especially as we reflected on Hurricane Melissa. So much was overcome, so many challenges. And so we know that 2026 won't be without its challenges, but I feel like we have what it takes to overcome whatever comes our way this year. And so that's why we're dealing with a fresh outlook. That's our topic. And we will be diving into that at 5:55. But before we get there, Jonathan, we are going to have our education news and bulletin, which will be followed by Creative Block. We have Miss Natalie Parnell. She is an entrepreneur and the owner of the Rickades Unique Skincare and more. And I'm looking forward to that discussion with her. We also have our I Chose Christ feature, which will be brought to us by Eric Cunningham, a second-year student at the Michael University College. So there's so much for us to discuss and talk about on this episode. What are you most looking forward to today's show?
Well, I'm really looking forward to everything. It's been a minute since we've done Campus Connection.
Yeah.
But of course, our main segment, I'm looking forward to diving into this whole fresh outlook. It's New Year, new me, New Year's resolution, all of those things. So I'm really looking forward to that discussion in particular. But we continue and we're just here to enjoy ourselves, just have a good time, to learn a lot, to participate in today's discussion. And we want you to participate as well, our listeners and our viewers. We want to know, let me fasten your business a little bit. What are you looking forward to as relates to 2026? What are some of the things that you are setting out to say, hey, these are some of the things that I'm doing to make sure that my 2026 is the best. So what are your major goals? I mean, you may not want to share all of them, but give us something,
Right.
Yeah. But in between time, we're going to go into our education news and bulletin, and this will be read by our campus consultant, Camille Lawrence.
Education news and bulletins for Tuesday, January 6, 2026. Education Ministry restoring safe learning environments. Schools in Western Jamaica are on a path to recovery in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, with repair works progressing across several institutions. Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, said that the objective is to reopen all hurricane-affected schools in January. She outlined the extensive coordination required to complete assessments, secure funding, and mobilize contractors. She commended the regional teams, the National Education Trust, NET, and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service for their collaboration in fast-tracking repairs and restoring safe learning spaces. The minister highlighted the measures put in place to ensure the continuation of learning, including conducting cleanup activities, setting up temporary classrooms, and facilitating remote lessons. The cleanup operations, which are crucial to the recovery process, bring together units and departments within the ministry, alongside stakeholders, volunteers, and local residents, to clear debris, sanitize classrooms, and create safe spaces for students. For the ministry, the work being undertaken is not only about driving the recovery of schools, but also restoring hope in the surrounding communities impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Project lead for the Transforming Education for National Development Project, TREND, Dr. Venice Morrison-Leon, who is overseeing the cleanup operations, noted the importance of giving schools a jump start through visible engagement in cleanup activities, sending a powerful message that recovery must be accelerated through collective action. The ministry is urging corporate Jamaica, community groups, and individuals to continue contributing in any way possible. To minimize learning disruption, partnerships have been forged with schools outside the affected regions to host displaced students. In some cases, children are being taught in temporary classrooms, accommodated in teachers' homes, or receiving assignments remotely. Dr. Morrison-Leon points out that the Chief Executive Officer in the ministry, Terrian Thomas Gale, along with her team, has adjusted the curriculum for the remainder of the school year to ensure that no child is left behind, while teachers are being equipped with resources to continue effective instruction. She notes that there is also an urgent need for educational resources, which may be donated to central repositories such as the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, and the National Education Trust, NET. A call to action is being made to every sector of society: engineers, medical professionals, entrepreneurs, churches, and individuals to contribute to the recovery process. As we recognize January as Earthquake Awareness Month, here are a few earthquake awareness tips. Earthquakes are the sudden, rapid release of energy stored in rocks beneath the Earth's surface. The constant motion of the Earth's surface causes earthquakes. When experiencing an earthquake, follow these safety tips. Drop, cover, and hold on. Get under a sturdy desk or table and hold on. Stay indoors until the shaking stops and you are sure it is safe to exit. Stay away from windows, bookcases, or heavy furniture that may fall on you. In high-rise buildings, expect the fire alarms and sprinklers to activate. If you are in bed, hold on and stay there. Protect your head with a pillow. If you are outdoors, move to an open area away from buildings, trees, and power lines. Drop to the ground. If you are in a vehicle, slow down and pull over to a clear area. Stay in the car until the shaking stops. And as we step into a brand new year, remember every day is a fresh start. We wish for you a happy 2026. May this year bring you joy, growth, and success in every step you take. Stay encouraged, stay hopeful, stay connected. From your Campus Connection team, I am Camille Lawrence.
All right, there you have it. Education news and bulletin, the first for 2026. Thank you so much, Camille, for bringing us, what's going on campus so we can make our little notes and plan accordingly. We're going to go straight into our Creative Block segment. We have Miss Natalie Parnell, entrepreneur and owner of Ricade's Unique Skincare and more. She is certainly a proud graduate of Dintil Technical High and the University of the West Indies, Mona. Very passionate about creating natural solutions that works for all types of skin. She's a mom and she's grateful to be building a business that allows her to spend quality time with her daughter. Greetings, Natalie. How are you?
Greetings. Happy New Year. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
Awesome.
We're doing good.
We're good. All right, let's jump straight into the conversation, Natalie. What do you consider your life's mission to be, and who or what has led you to this point of your life? You're an entrepreneur. You are, mixing and doing all sorts of natural solutions for different skin types. What's your life's mission, really?
Okay, so my life's mission, first of all, in everything, I put God first in everything. So before I make any decisions in life, I always consult God. And God is the main reason. God is the one who imprinted this on my heart to start the business. And so I was obedient and went along and started this business. And also to help people feel confident about their skin. It's empowerment through skincare and using basically natural ingredients to skincare and giving back to the community. I'm believing and I'm confident that in the near future, I know that this business will expand, which with the help of God. And I'm hoping to employ people and, give back to the community. And as you said it, also to spend quality time with my daughter.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping to a quick break, but when we get back, we want to talk a little bit more with Miss Parnell because I need to unpack her story a little bit more. We need to understand what really is the story behind this skincare brand and how she plans to use it to make a difference. So when we come back from the break, we'll hear more from Miss Parnell. Stay with us on Campus Connection.
Get ready, Jamaica. A powerful move of God is coming on Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. It's Heal the Family, Heal the Nation, the 20th annual gathering and 6th National Day of Prayer. Join us at the Power Faith Ministries International Headquarters right here in Portmore, St. Catherine from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come and experience a full day of praise, worship, powerful prayers, and the undiluted Word of God. Be inspired by Genesis 50, Joseph's story of forgiveness, love, and restoration, and let God do the same in your family.
This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's 5:45. I just never did I get through with no work, I did I get desperate. Till one day I see one ad, but I want somebody for work at a massage parlor. Trust me, the place was nothing like them advertised. From the very first day, I had to be giving much more than massages.
Verify the legitimacy of job advertisements with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the nearest police station, 119 or 888 Protect. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strapped up in a price. We are, yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Campus Connection. It is our first show of the year. Wow. Happy New Year if you're just joining us. And we were talking a little bit with Miss Natalie Parnell. She is an entrepreneur and she's the owner of the Rickades Unique Skincare and more. Now, before the break, we just kind of went a little bit into what her mission and purpose is. And right now, I want to know from you, Natalie, because we need to understand more about your story. What even inspired the name? What are some of the products that you have available? How long have you been doing this? Tell us a little bit more about the business.
Okay, so the name, it's actually Rickades. So that name, I got the inspiration from my daughter. Her name is Rikayla. So I use the first 6 letters from her name, and I use the first 3 letters from one of her middle name, which is Destiny. So it's Rickades.
Gotcha. So tell me about why or what are some of the products that you have available in your skincare line?
Okay, for my skincare line, I have well, these are all natural ingredients: turmeric soap, coconut soap, face and body bar. They're all face and body bar. And you have a garlic soap and kojic soap. Also have body wash, coconut body wash mixed with vanilla, which are all, of course, natural ingredients. It smells really good, and it's actually good for the skin.
Wow.
And also I have hair serum, which is also hair products as well that is good for the hair.
So it's a mixture between skin and
It's
hair
a mixture
products.
between skin and hair, and also upcoming I have a few products in the making. But first, of course, you know that those products have to be tested through Scientific Research Council. I'll give you 2, such as...
Give her a hint, give her a hint.
Can't give it too much. Such as a perfume collection for both male and female, and the lip balm. And it's all natural. I'm going natural all the way.
Awesome. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The official announcement of the incoming products from Rickades Unique Skincare and more. But Natalie, tell us a bit about your journey and the process. The process is what I'm interested in. You just sit down and say, okay, cool. Hair serum. I'm going to make a hair serum right now. What's that process like?
Well, of course, you know, getting the formulas together, first of all and foremost, I have to consult God in everything I do. I have to consult God. And, you know, of course, I do my research. I research a lot. So I research about natural ingredients and try to figure out what goes together and what doesn't go together.
So it starts with research, and it sounds like it's a lot of research.
Yes, definitely, it's a lot of research.
So when I heard Jonathan mention that you cater to all types of skin. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you're taking that route? Why not just offer one product or, you know, one specific type of skin product? Why are you trying to cater to such a wide range?
Yes. Okay. So my reason for catering to not just you have dry skin and oily skin, but I want to focus on all skin types. I want it to be inclusive. So I want to get everybody involved and, letting the persons, of all skin type try the different products to let it work for them. Because, of course, persons, into this today's society, they're concerned about, skin, and, persons might have like acne issues, and, want to know the best products for them to use on their skin to make it, glowing.
Wow. Love that. Time is against us, but just go ahead and shout out to business. How can people find you and stuff like that?
Okay, so they can find me on Instagram. It's all lowercase Rickades, spelled RICKAYDES _unique skincare.
All right.
And they can always reach out to me on WhatsApp. The number is 876-807-5194 if they have any queries or questions.
All right. Awesome. Well, Natalie, we want to wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, not just with your business, but in life, on a whole. Big up yourself. We love what you're doing. We love that you're pushing forward and all stuff natural. Like that. Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it. Yeah, man. All the very best. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow.
I love that. And I feel like more people are going towards the natural skincare, which is natural is always best in my opinion.
Definitely.
We're jumping now to I Chose Christ, which is brought to us by Eric Cunningham, a second-year physics student at the Michael University College. We want to listen in right now, so let's listen in and be blessed.
Good day, everyone. My name is Eric Cunningham, a second-year physics student at the Michael University College. Today, I just want to share one of my testimonies of how God have transformed my life. When I just started the St. Jago High School in 2017, my mother and I, we were struggling. I didn't know Christ as yet. And I would barely go to school like 8 times for the month. I remember I came last in first form out of 49 students. And that trend would have repeated for first and second form. At the ending of second form, I decided I wanted to give God a chance in my life, so I did that. And while doing so, I could see where God turned around my life for me. In third form, in the first semester, I came 9th in the class, and that was a big improvement from coming from the last 4 of the class to the top 10. And I could automatically, instantaneously see the goodness of God that He has bestowed upon my life. Going into fourth form, fifth form, I got some good grades. Ending fifth form, I came first in my class, collected some awards for CSEC passes and such. Ending my St. Jago tenure in 2024 as a deputy head boy. And I just want to encourage somebody. God did it for me. He can do it for you too. He smiled upon me, and I know He can do it for you too. It's not how you start this race in life, it's how you finish it. It's the obstacles in this life that allows you to be great. It's the obstacles in this life that allows you to prove God. It's the obstacles in this life that allow God to show up and to show off for you. I chose Christ. You should too.
The obstacles. Yeah.
Snap.
We have to push past the obstacles. Definitely important. And one of those obstacles, would be, I like to call it the New Year fatigue, because everywhere you're looking, everybody's like, oh, you have to.
Yeah.
And you just like feel that pressure. For a lot of people, I know that pressure is there. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's a new year and stuff like that. But I believe, what is necessary? A fresh outlook. I believe that is necessary. Yeah, you see what
Saw what
okay.
you did there.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. With that being said, we're going straight into our main segment with Miss Tishana N. Mullings, social development practitioner and owner of Next Step Training and Social Impact Consulting. She is, of course, shaped by rural life and entrepreneurial upbringing and has a notable track record in personal and organizational advancement across Africa, Europe, and the Caribbean. Her accolades include the Rural Regeneration Award from USAID and Jamaica National, along with several recognitions from the Jamaican government and international bodies. But while we prepare to bring Tishana on, we just want to remind you of our social media feedback question. We want to know, what are your major goals for 2026? Anessa, what's one major goal that you have?
Why did I know?
I'm curious now. I'm curious.
One of my major goals for this year is to work on some music. Like for me, music is an outlet that I get to really just express, my heart, and I feel like it's a part of me that I don't really spend too much time on. So I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to release a few more singles and just have fun,
That not bad. And just in case you're wondering, what is Anessa talking about? She's a big artist. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, go on YouTube right now, on Apple Music, on Spotify. Type in Anessa Samuels, ANNESTTA Samuels. Yeah, man. Type it in right now and listen, stream, all of those things, her music, and that will encourage her even more to drop some new singles. Probably.
I appreciate it.
Am I hearing album? I don't know.
I don't know
EP,
what you're hearing.
I don't know what I'm hearing, but we're looking forward. We're definitely looking forward to whatever it is that she will bring forward in this new year. And this new year is not just a new year as in 2026, as Anessa celebrated her birthday yesterday, right? Yeah, man, celebrated her birthday yesterday, and we want to really big you up. You are an excellent co-host.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't know that I know Anessa long time, like years now, right? We go way back. So the very fact that we found ourselves on this show, I remember when we were doing the photo shoot, and we're just like, what?
How did we get here?
Like everything just worked out, and the synergy has been amazing ever since. So every blessing for the new year, the new birth year, and the new 2026 as you go forward. And we're looking forward to the music. But for me though, I don't even know. I mean, I'm continuing in pursuit of the goals that I have generally. I really want to be blessed so I can be a blessing. I know it sounds a little cliche, but I really want to be blessed so I can be a blessing. Really want to be able to help people more and to really be that kind of person to give back in and not think about it too much, it don't really oh, that happened, okay, no problem, we'll take care of it. So that's the general pursuit. But for this year in particular, really want to look forward to doing more business ventures as much as possible, going into new spaces. You will probably hear some more about that another time. Anyway,
but you said something that is so interesting to me, and I know we're going to a break, but let me just highlight something you said. You said you just want to continue in pursuit of the goals you had always been working on. And I think sometimes when we think new year, we think, oh, I need to come up with a new set of goals, something different than what I was doing before. But sometimes a new year simply means just go harder on what you were working on.
That's exactly it.
Just continue in that vein and don't quit. Be consistent. So I really respect that perspective, Jonathan. I think more of us need to lean into that. We're jumping to a quick break, but when we return, more Campus Connection, a fresh outlook. Stay with us.
I'm Itana, and human trafficking is everybody's business. Call 1-888-PROTECT to report suspected cases of child trafficking.
The time by the Ministry of National Security is
6 o'clock.
See how my face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired.
I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
Me not have no birth paper nor no ID. Them have all of my documents them. Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. Report suspected cases of human trafficking. Call the nearest police station 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price.
All right, welcome back to Campus Connection here inside the family station Love 101. We are having a reflective kind of show. We're looking towards the future, but we don't want to forget about what we are already or what we already have in motion. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
As we work towards the future, work towards the goals that we have for 2026. We're talking about a fresh outlook this evening. Remember, the question that we're asking is what are your goals, your major goals for 2026? Share some of them with us so they can inspire our listeners and our viewers and even us. We can learn a thing or two. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to have a quick campus Vox Pop. So we're going to find out what are the major goals for 2026.
My 2026 goals would be 1, grow closer to God, definitely, and 2, to unplug from the world and social media, to not be so easily distracted and consumed by social media, and 3, to not absorb everything.
My 2 major goals for 2026 are to grow closer to God, just, reading Himself continuously and letting people see God through me, and also to just graduating and becoming a nurse. But yeah.
My goals for 2026 are to get all ones and to become better at lacrosse.
My goals for 2026 are to stop procrastinating and learn to cook more things.
Good day. My major goals for 2026 is to get straight ones in my CXC subjects and pass for the school that I applied for.
My goals are for 2026 is to do well in my CSEC subjects, my clubs, and most importantly, lacrosse.
My goals for 2026 is to pass my exams, pass CAPE with flying colors, and to also become a better person.
My goal for 2026 is to be more present. I'm working on giving my full attention to anything that I do. It could be studying without my phone, or actually listening in with people. And I don't want to be distracted as much as I was in 2025.
All right. A mixture of goals there coming out, from sports to learning more dishes, a lot of things coming out. And I find that quite interesting, we all have goals, but they can be so similar and different at the same time. That I find that quite interesting when it comes down to the human experience. And stuff like that. But what I want to know, though, we're talking about a fresh outlook. What does that exactly mean for our campusites, who may have had a rough 2025 for whatever reason? School wasn't what they expected. They didn't get the grades from the final exams that they did last semester, last term. What does a fresh outlook look like?
Yeah, and even those who are affected by Hurricane Melissa, we heard
Yes.
earlier in Education News and Bulletin that the goal of the government is to try to get those schools in the western end ready, back up and running by the end of this month.
Boy.
Now, you're halfway through the school year, and
Can I tell
so
you?
can you imagine how far behind those students are in comparison to, say,
Oh,
their
boy.
counterparts in Kingston, St. Andrew, those places that weren't as badly affected. And I'm realizing there is a lot of anxiety and fear surrounding our campuses and our students, because everybody's wondering, okay, how am I going to be prepared, especially the CSEC Cape students? How am I going to catch up with everybody? Because one thing we know for sure, CSEC and Cape are still coming. They're still coming. Regardless of what we've just been through, those exams will still be on the calendar. And I think it's important to just pause and remember that scripture that says we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And that more than ever, it's that time to just really look to him, ask for the guidance to even be able to absorb everything that you would need to learn. I
Absolutely.
mean, but I'm no expert here. We have the expert on with us. We have Tishana on with us. She's the expert, and welcome to the show, Tishana. Thank you so much for deciding to come on and talk with us. We really appreciate your presence here with us. Thank you so much. Are you hearing us? Oh,
All right.
You're hearing us. We're not hearing you.
All right, so it seems as if we're having a bit of technical difficulty there, but it's so true. Leaning on the Lord Jesus is not just a saying kind of thing, but is an active kind of, because I really cannot imagine those students in the West. They're returning to school in January. I've heard it in the news that a good amount of them will be back in school. And to have gone through that very traumatic experience and then just to be expected to go right back to normalcy, that's not easy. That's not easy at all. I believe our generation, we've seen a lot. We've experienced a lot, from the COVID to the hurricanes to the earthquakes, all of that. The different things with AI and stuff like that. So it's really, you have to be grounded. You really have to be grounded. You really have to be grounded in a serious way, where you understand that even going into the new year, as we talk about fresh outlook, and you alluded to this earlier, the year will not be void of challenges. We will have challenges, but the greatest thing is that we don't have to do it alone. We really don't have to do it alone. We have God with us, or we should have God with us to make the process a bit easier.
Yeah, and we even heard that from Eric in our I Chose Christ feature. This is a young man that was struggling with his studies, and he said, right after giving God a chance in his life, he was able to turn his grades around. So we know it can be done. You and I were testimonies of that, and so is Eric. And so we have Tishana back with us. We tried her by phone this time. Tishana, are you hearing us now?
I am hearing you loud and clear.
Awesome. So we kind of jumped into the discussion a bit, but we want to really get your perspective on this whole fresh outlook thing. How do people achieve a fresh outlook, especially those who are experiencing traumatic events and things like that?
Well, first of all, it takes a whole mindset, and you know some of the mindset things I like to teach in terms of having a fresh outlook. First, it begins with possibility, and it begins with one of the terms I love the most is anti-fragility. Boy, every time I open my mouth to teach, me I have to teach that because this is about not just being resilient, but it is what you typically hear people talk about. Take the lemons and turn them to lemonade. That is
Okay.
anti-fragility on steroids. So, what can I learn from this disaster? What are some of the opportunities that I now have that I would not have had? For example, I overheard you talking about like those who have to do their exams, but they would have had a lot of learning loss. How can you learn accelerated learning?
Yeah.
How can you develop your metacognition? Because you're going to need some amazing skills in order to catch up and still do well on those exams. And I bet you're going to hear some of those miraculous stories where somebody's going to say, after my family was flooded, I lost my roof, this and that happened. I was out of school for 2 months, but I am top in the Caribbean and X, Y, and Z. You're going to hear a story like that somewhere. And what would allow somebody to do that? Of course, there's going to have to be accelerated learning. There's going to have to be a lot of excelling in the midst of disaster. And that takes a lot of skills. And developing those skills is actually developing your brain in an amazing way.
So, speak to that 19-year-old, that 17-year-old in high school getting ready for CSEC or CAPE exams. How do they achieve that mindset shift? How do they actually get there? What you're describing?
Well, first of all, is a recognition. All right, this has happened. Okay. Now that this has happened, what do I still need to do? So they have to come to terms with the reality first. Okay, so come to terms with reality. This is where I'm at. This is what has happened. This is what I must get done. So now it's like between that, there's a gap. This has happened, and now I have this exam. So that gap in the middle, I'm speaking to that 19-year-old, is to think about how am I now going to deal with this gap that I have? It means that I'm probably going to have to get help. Whether it's going to be a tutor, a friend who brighten on the subject, YouTube University, Chat GPT or Claude University, wherever you're going to go for the extra support, so that you can fill that gap between the learning loss, what has happened to me, and what it is that I still need to do. And there are days when it's going to feel heavy and overwhelming.
Yeah.
So to understand that from right now. So don't get surprised and say, oh, it's so heavy. May I tell you right now, and you know right now, it's going to be heavy. It's very likely it's going to be overwhelming. So don't freak out about that. That's a natural thing. When you have more pressure than usual, overwhelm is a natural thing. And I know it's easier said than done, which is why it's better to talk about it before the overwhelm reach. Because somewhere in your little hearts of hearts, you remember. I remember when the lady said, I'm going to be overwhelmed. This is what, I eat this now. I eat this. So you're so aware, hold that grip. If you're a Christian, this is where you pray. If you have a best friend, this is where you call them and say, boy, it's rough. If you have a mother, a father, or a sibling that will listen, this is the time we say, sit down with me till me finish that section here, till me finish the past paper here, because I need to get through this. You know, so just making it practical, because anti-fragility sounds fancy, but what does that look like in our everyday, and who do we call for help, and how do we engage for help? I can tell you, because I used to get 35 in maths in high school on my final exam, and fret about my mother go see that grade up on my paper. Okay, never end up get the 1 in maths, but I did it and I got a 3. I did it again and I got a 2, and I worked really hard again when I was in university. And when I did calculus, I got an A+ in calculus. Me with it afraid of maths.
Wow.
So I understand what it takes to build that mindset, to get the help, to listen to 10 different videos on YouTube on the same one topic, because it's tough. So I understand. And I believe it's possible for you too that's listening.
You know what? I so appreciate you for acknowledging the challenges that come along with students just bouncing back. I appreciate you for that, because I feel like you know, we're just putting these terms out there, be resilient, do all of this, but not really acknowledging that there will be those moments where you're like, I just can't bother. Like, who has stop studying? There's that overwhelm. There's just so much information, you know. So we're not saying there won't be challenges, but what we are saying is that it can be done. The challenges can be overcome. And with that, we're jumping to another break, ladies and gentlemen. But when we return, more Campus Connection.
This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's 6:15. Me just never did I get through with no work, you know. I did I get desperate. Till one day me see one ad, but them want somebody for work at a massage parlor. Trust me, the place was nothing like them advertised. From the very first day, I had to be giving much more than massages.
Verify the legitimacy of job advertisements with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the nearest police station, 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Get ready, Jamaica. A powerful move of God is coming on Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. It's Heal the Family, Heal the Nation, the 20th annual gathering and 6th National Day of Prayer. Join us at the Power Faith Ministries International Headquarters right here in Portmore, St. Catherine from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come and experience a full day of praise, worship, powerful prayers, and the undiluted Word of God. Be inspired by Genesis 50, Joseph's story of forgiveness, love, and restoration, and let God do the same in your family. Christians from every denomination, every walk of life, coming together as one to heal, forgive, and love as Christ loves us. Don't miss it. Mark your calendar. January 7th, 2026, 7 a.m. at PFMI HQ. It's Heal the Family, Heal the Nation. Visit pfmfamily.org or call 876-988-7638.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price.
All right. Welcome back to Campus Connection here on the family station, Love 101. And we're joined by Tishana Mullings. She is a social development practitioner and owner of Next Step Training and Social Impact Consulting. And let me tell you something, people. You know, sometimes people put some little titles and whatever for their names. Tishana is the real deal. Let me just make that abundantly clear. If she says that she is a social development practitioner, that's exactly who she is and what she does. But earlier, Tishana, you would have mentioned anti-fragility, and immediately my brain went off because I'm like, wow, that's such an interesting term. And the things that I found out about it during the break, it says fragile things break under stress, robust things resist stress and stay the same, but anti-fragile things improve because of stress. And that is so interesting to me. And one of the examples that they give is our immune system. Exposure to germs would train the body to defend itself more effectively. Another one is in the field of entrepreneurship. Small experiments, failures, and pivots help founders learn faster and build better businesses. So Jamaica went through a Category 5 hurricane. The West was really destroyed and a lot happened, right? Our campus sites were displaced. Some of them are looking forward to going back to school. Some of them, they're still trying to figure that out. What do you suggest our campus sites should do in order to get their mindset going towards that of an anti-fragile mindset? What are some practical things that they can do?
So I keep on saying, this was my campaign when I started doing my own give back program in the West. That this is not a bounce back initiative, it's a bounce forward initiative, right? And you know, you can tell that came out of an anti-fragile mindset. How do I bounce forward? So first of all, I'm working in the West full time. I work with Project Hope, which is a global health organization, as a consultant. I'm their mental health and psychosocial support coordinator. And And so we go into communities far as Troy and Trelawney, lots of places that I've never been before. Every time I see a college student, I said, Student Loan Bureau is people who are in the disaster area, you're getting big discount on your student loan. Do you know about it? And trust me, every day I say a college student will say, no, they don't know. Go on SLB website, call SLB. If you're in the disaster area, you lose your house, you lose your roof, you were flooded, call Student Loan Bureau. That is money where you get off of your loan where you wouldn't get if this never happened, right? So I keep on saying to the people down there, I want you to be mentally well because opportunities are coming. And the packages, there's a program called THARP, THARP, from another entity. I don't remember the full details of that. So if I was a college student, you're bright. Maybe you're the brightest one in your family. Maybe you're first then. Maybe you're the first one going to college. So you have the sensibilities to get on your phone and find out what go on, which program, what give away, who will give 1 year free of something. No, don't. So if you don't mind shop because of the storm, you end up with a better life and a better house and cheaper college education. So practically look for the opportunities. And even some opportunities that were not hurricane related, like regular scholarships, internship opportunities. There are so many opportunities to go to Australia, Canada, Africa, to conferences, and a lot of them are funded. So I'm encouraging young people to go to opportunities.org. But as the anti-fragility thing suggests, because of the hurricane and because of what you're going through, you become so much sharper at finding opportunities even beyond this disaster.
Wow. I love that so much, and I think that's powerful. Like if everyone listening could grab a hold of what you just shared, I feel like we would definitely have better campuses, more rounded students, and just overall people who are, like you said, anti-fragility. That mindset would be developed so much more. We're running out of time here, but there's one final thing that I wanted to ask of you. For those persons who they're facing the new year and they might feel stuck. I saw this Gleaner article in which you were quoted as saying that there are some people and some communities that are just now coming to grips with what really happened concerning Hurricane Melissa and just the emotional trauma. They're just now in that stage of acknowledging it. Like, what would you say to that person that is feeling overwhelmed, is feeling stuck, is not coping very well with everything that's happening, and 2026 is here and they don't know what to do? What would you say to that person?
I would say to them, you see, I've already introduced so many concepts, but just another final one. At the beginning of a year, people normally face what is called anticipatory pressure because it's a new year, everybody talking about new this, and there's the pressure of possibility. And then added to that now is the pressure of, I've just gone through so much in terms of the disaster. So, and when your nervous system know that something new is coming, it often panics because, it knows that there is something happening. But I want people to practically get the help you need to convert that anxiety into clarity. So feel it. And a lot of us who teach psychological first aid will talk about grounding. So you feel what you're feeling, you write it down and say, this is what I am feeling. Despite the fact I'm feeling this, what I need to get done is this. And then even if you have to use ChatGPT and write, I am feeling this and I need to get this done. I feel very stuck. I feel lost. Give me the first 3 steps to take that are practical and simple, right? So we're running out of time. So use that prompt. And you can find me on socials, Tishana Indomitable Mullings. If you talk to me in my inbox, I will respond.
Awesome. Wow. This is, I don't know, Mr. Producer, we may need a part 2. We may need a part 2 because, so many things to explore with this whole fresh outlook.
I'm happy to return.
Oh wow! Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. There you have
I
it.
wanted to squeeze this in. You see the quick thing that I said about finding opportunities because of the disaster. I was doing national therapy online for free for weeks and weeks. And I said, you know what? I need to get paid to do this. I'm going to find a global health organization to work with. I said that Saturday, I applied Sunday, and in that week, I was working in a job. It's possible. I'm living it, and you can live it too.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to part 2 next week with Tishana Mullings. Tishana, thank you so much for making the campus connection. We're truly grateful. I believe you are setting the tone for an awesome season. This conversation really has us, looking into things a bit deeper than the surface. So thank you so much, and all the very best for everything that you're doing.
Yes, awesome. We'll see you next week.
All right. Wow. Awesome. Love that. I hope that you guys are as inspired as we are as we close the curtains down on the first show for 2026. Anessa, how are you feeling?
I feel empowered. I feel, like I can go on.
Love that. Trust me, that anti-fragility concept. Sorry. Wow, that's it's such an interesting concept. The more I read about it, and I'm really looking forward to diving in some more into what exactly that looks like. And as I said, I hope our listeners and our viewers, they are inspired as well, like them really did I take notes and I say, boy, yeah, we can do that and stuff like that. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first show for a wonderful season of Campus Connection. Next week, we are going to continue the discussion because we have much more to look into. Tishana will be coming back, God willing, to be with us. But big up to the team. Big up to the team. Jermaine Johnson, Nicky Angus, Shania Smith, Daniel Cox, David Sutton, Ruth Lawrence, Eden Palmer, Camille Lawrence, and of course, Raquel Robertson. And to our amazing guests, thank you so much for making the Campus Connection this evening. To you, our listeners, and our viewers.
And I want to say to the listeners and viewers who did wish me a happy birthday, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't want the show to end without letting you guys know how much I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. And remember to look out for Anesta's new singles. Possibly even an album or an EP. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know. And I mean, if you need her for a Broadway play or anything, big actress. Yeah, son. I just put everything out there. Anyway, let's wrap the show.
It's your friends that do these things, It's your friends. It's always your friends that do these things.
Oh boy, big up to our sponsor. We're so very grateful for Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Thank you for partnering with us. Yet another year of Campus Connection, and we're looking forward to amazing things this year, 2026. See you next week as we explore more things while going on campus. I am Jonathan.
And I'm Anesta, reminding you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a good evening.
Government and politics, sports, academics, anything that concern you. I don't know when love pass through. It's all about the gospel. So tell you one campus.
Get ready, Jamaica. A powerful move of God is coming on Wednesday, January 7th, 2026.